How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with some more Historic Brawl. Today we're actually checking out a Simic Commander, if we can ever find a match. I found a match, but I had switched Arena from full screen to windowed because of how OBS has changed recently, and that made it look really weird in the recording window. Yeah, we'll keep this, actually. We don't have a creature, but we have, like, a lot of the enchantment stuff I want. So this is a Ivy Gleeful Spell deck. It is, first and foremost, well, I guess not first and foremost, it's probably 50-50 mutate and 50-50 enchantments. So a mutate enchantment build of Ivy. We get a lot of creatures. We put enchantments on them. We see where things go from there. Yeah, you can go away now. It's sad that we don't have a 3-drop, but we do have an Otawara. Oh, that's bad. We also have a Beseiju. So it's a shame we're up against a the ideal is to put this on something else and get a copy on her, but we just didn't have any other creatures, right? None of our mutate threats have shown up. We have our Crater Hoof, but our Crater Hoof's not going to do the job, right? Yeah, but that actually does the job. We got more creatures now. We didn't kill Ivy either, so like in 2 turns we can actually Prodigious Growth one of our tokens and go crazy from there. We don't have a 3-power greater, so I guess we're just gonna I'll attack with 2, because if they double block to kill a wolf, that's it's fine, right? We just don't want 2 wolves dying, because the functionality of Ivy depends on there being like another creature, right? If there isn't another creature, we pretty well doomed. So I think we're gonna Prodigious Growth our wolf and Prodigious Growth our Ivy. And let's draw a card since we're already here. A Titan of Industry. How you doing? We're up for 18 damage. Toski is not going to be receiving the majority of the damage, right? Because he has Indestructible. Turns out 14 power out of nowhere is enough to swing a game. I'm glad that's the case, because sometimes it feels like you do something really cool, and it's just not enough. But I guess Shikaki Chukai Visionary is not like... He's not the like tilty. Go Roan. Oh, that's just awful. It's just so bad. I mean, it's an amazing top deck, but it just feels bad, right? Like sitting on the other end of the table, your opponent drops a Reconnaissance on you after hitting you to 1. That's... It's rough, man. It is rough. I think I've mentioned it recently, but I've been playing a lot of other Magic games in my spare time. So my my quests have been accumulating, which is a little bit bad. But then again, because I mainly play Brawl these days, I'm not always fulfilling them that regularly either, to be honest. Because it's like, I don't know, when you're playing Brawl, you're more wanting to play what you're enjoying at the moment, right? So if you're enjoying Ramp at the moment, you're going to play a Ramp deck. And if your quest re-rolls into like a black deck, then you could do like a Cabal Coffers Ramp deck, but it's just never going to be the same as like a Genesis Ultimatum, right? So there's like a tiny +1/+1 counter theme in the deck. But it's not that big. So we Ivy first. Then we Dragon Elite. Dragon Guard Elite. I still have not got to my my Vampire deck, but I'm recording that next, so we will get to the Vampire deck. I don't know why I think it's the Dragon deck. It's because I was talking about Dragon Elite, and that's all my mind can hold at a point in time, right? We're up against Yarok the Desecrated, who is Panharmonicon on a stick, and fairly decent, if we're being honest. Ivy Auras is actually pretty decent, if I'm being honest. Like, next turn we Ronus and do a crap ton of damage. Yeah, our Yarok opponent is also aware that that's the way the wind blows. Like, it's really swinging. That's why I didn't play Ivy when Ivy first came out, because she was a little too like free win roll, right? If you get the right hand, you can just kill your opponent by turn 5. If you get the wrong hand, it doesn't do much, but it feels a little bit closer to like Tybalt's Trickery, as opposed to we're gonna mull that. We'll keep this. Blue. Probably should have put that on green, if I'm being honest, but with the Visionary out, Auspicious Starrix is actually one of my favorite cards. The Elk tagline is a little worrying, if I'm being honest, but I think we're gonna put down Kadama. Like, we can't we don't have any way to put counters on it yet, but like, having a Kadama by itself is scary, right? It's just a little bit too expensive, right? But it is really good. I really do like it. Played back in the day. Ooh, okay. We're gonna cycle this. Enchant. Does this work? That's crazy. The more you know about Magic the Gathering, huh? Up against a Slivers deck, I saw the 5-color in the mana cost, and I immediately assumed it was Joda. But no, it's Slivers. Slivers are cool, I guess. Swinging with Kadama. Yeah, you don't really want to chump. I need more lands, I just don't have them. But if we do get more lands, we start spiraling pretty bad. Although, like, our opponent just cast a first sliver, I don't know if any amount of spiraling is going to get us out of this situation. Well, that's why we didn't cast that, if that makes sense. It's because we misplayed at the beginning of the game and never thought about it again. So we desperately need a green source. Barring a green source, we'll take a regular land so that we can mutate the Osprey. The Auspicious. And then we can get Kodai up to functionality. But I think our opponent's just gonna do the sliver thing and make our day a little worse, you know? I might record some of the Despot game in the meantime, because I think that's really, really fun. I've only really played it a few times. So I'm not functionally sure on all the mechanics, but I think it's okay to sometimes play games that we don't really know that much about, right? Guardian Project. Swing for 2. Like we are floundering hard. We had 2 successful games and then one game where we did not do the success very well. It's all the double green that's our problem, and we literally could have played this as an forest, which we really should have. I was just, I don't know, in most of my ramp decks, whenever there's a it's not really even a ramp thing, it's more the Genesis Ultimatum, right? Because you need at least 3 blue sources for, but this deck doesn't even run a Genesis Ultimatum. There's no real excuse as to why we put that on blue instead of green. Dual lands, you were supposed to be my friends, not my enemies. Trust in the past and it will bear you to safety. It did not. Did not. Am I taking 9 this turn? Very cool. Do you have a combat trick? Because this seems a little bit. Yeah, they're going to take out a lot of our men with this, right? But, or our boys, but. Oh, and they get it. Yeah, we're dead anyways. I was thinking that they were going to do some tapping shenanigans, but I don't know if that actually works. This is how that card works. Target player or planeswalker. Okay, no, so that's not how that works. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.